Senator Young, the competition to win Amazon's second headquarters has brought into focus the debate over what cities are willing to do to attract businesses and jobs. Whether it's Amazon, a new sports stadium, or perhaps building the tallest skyscraper in the city. Public money and tax breaks are spent to subsidize billion-dollar businesses and wealthy CEOs. What is the best practice for businesses and investment in a way that's fair and equitable to the people who live in the city of Detroit?
Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that Detroiters actually get these jobs. If you look at what happened with the Red Wing Stadium, only 33% of Detroiters got jobs. That's the problem. Detroit is 80% black, and black folks only make up 33% of all the jobs. That's wrong. That's apartheid. The second thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we have proper transit infrastructure. And the reason why Amazon didn't come here was because we did not have serious mass transit, one. The only thing we have now is the Q line that goes 3.3 miles that my opponent supported, one. Secondly, we need to make sure that we have the proper airport infrastructure. And I'm working with somebody within the Tuskegee Airmen who says he wants to bring airports and he wants to bring business to the airport. And that's what we should do. We should be able to have a 21st century airport. We shouldn't be making the airport a drag strip. And that's what we're doing right now. And if we would have listened to the Honorable Coleman Young when he wanted to build mass transit to the suburbs, if we would have did what we told him to do, what he told us to do it, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in now. But again, this is just failed leadership. And my opponent's going to get up here and try to talk about spin and try to talk about all these other things about what he could have did. But I'm here to tell you the truth and the facts because they matter.
Mayor, you've got 90 seconds on the question, which was about balancing the needs of investment in business with the needs of the citizenry.
Yeah. Well, my opponent talks about what he's going to do. Let me talk about what I have done. We landed Ally Bank, 1,400 employees on their way to the suburbs, and got them into the city of Detroit. We got the headquarters of Fifth Third Bank from the suburbs, 350 jobs. The largest seat maker in America, Adient, is moving 500 jobs from Milwaukee to their world headquarters to downtown Detroit. Socti Automotive, a manufacturing company with 700 jobs making parts for Ford and GM cars. We got to locate here on the site of the abandoned Southwestern High School, and they've hired 200 returning citizens. We are training our returning citizens while they're in prison and bringing them straight into employment. And probably the one that I'm proudest of, Flexingate. If you go over to 94 in Van Dyke, there's a $165 million auto plant being built there right now. They're going to make the front ends for Ford trucks, hire 500 people. And they did it through a community benefit process. Councilman Scott Benson sat the Flexingate leadership down with the community, and they agreed on noise and traffic restrictions. They agreed for local preference on hiring. And they will be hiring next year Detroiters. So when Senator Young says we lost Amazon, we haven't lost Amazon at all. The city of Detroit is starting to win again. And 20,000 more Detroiters are working today than were working 4 years ago because we're working together.
So Young, if you'd like it, you got another 30 seconds on this?
Sure. Yes. There he goes again, talking about what they're doing downtown or midtown. What about the neighborhoods? What about the people? You have the unemployment rate of 22% or higher in these neighborhoods. We are the most violent and have the most poverty in this city. Whatever he said he's doing, it's not trickling down to the people. It's not being given out to the neighborhoods. That's what matters. That's where most of the people live. And we only have mass transit that goes 3.3 miles.
I'm afraid that's time.
We don't have leadership that cares.
Senator, I'm afraid that's time. Mayor, another 30 seconds for you if you'd like it.
You know, he wants to talk about two Detroits. There's two Senator Youngs. He's attacking jobs in downtown Detroit. In July, we passed 5 bills in Lansing for tax breaks for downtown development that are going to be a great thing. Senator Young sponsored, he was the co-sponsor of all 5 bills for Dan Gilbert and Mike Illish at downtown development. They were good bills, but they were his. When he's in Lansing, he's sponsoring the tax breaks for downtown, and I notice when he talks about his legislative accomplishments when he comes back to the city, he never mentions the fact that he's taken 2 positions depending on where he is.